Works. Is it gonna work? Oh my god, I think it's working. Nice. Okay, let me just. I'm so sorry. I'm such a granny. Dritz has literally just had to talk me through all of this.
I'm used to
Let me
this.
just.
Tech man,
help
tech
Matt.
man. Yeah,
I
that's
help
him.
Matt. I help Matt
Dritz
literally all the
shit.
time.
Okay, cool. Nice.
Matt literally probably should never have a computer if Driss wasn't around.
He probably he wouldn't, or he would have gotten a bad
Oh
one
my
probably.
god, I'm gonna fix that.
Honestly, you've helped me too.
Oh, how do I tweet on my tweet?
Just to let you know, on OBS you're showing.
Is that
your Twitter as well.
hater?
That's fine. It's
I'm making us a-
fine.
I'm
It
making
is
a
what
couple
it
pairs.
is.
Who
Right
allowed
now.
this man in a stream? It's been like a year.
I mean, Sage sent me a link, so
Fixed it.
she asked me to join, so here I am.
So you'll pull up to the female stream, but not mine.
Oh.
Right now,
Farm ass nigga.
Virgo, you catch me when.
God damn.
There we go. We're all good.
Like, one, I'm
Ugly ass boy.
Hold on, wait. One, I'm on mute. So I can like pop it real quick. Two, you catch me when I'm like in like the dead like center of like the second part of my shift, so I can't like hop in.
You ain't got no job. Stop lying.
Bet. Say less. That's a bet.
You know what?
you're my
I'm
nigga.
just grateful
I
to
miss
have
you
all
too.
of you.
Say, hold on.
yay.
I'll say thank you for having me. I'm gonna pop in and out because I'm pretty sure it's a One Piece stream. You know I read One Piece Sage. You know how I feel. About
Oh,
One Piece.
it's
You know
just
how I feel.
generalized. Do you read Chainsaw Man?
I do. I don't. Unfortunately, I haven't started yet.
You need to start
now.
it. That's my first thing. Then I'm just gonna say to all of you, please start Chainsaw Man. It could be bittersweet. It could be very
See,
bittersweet, but
I've heard
it's
two
going
good
to be
things.
good.
See,
Is it about a man and a chainsaw?
Or it's a man who becomes a chainsaw at times to fight.
Oh, word.
Yeah.
That's what I heard.
Yeah.
I say really. I heard good things. Just right now, Sage, you caught me in the middle of like my manga like renaissance right now.
I read the first 2 or 3, and then Life. But yeah,
There is a child in the background. Wonderful.
Little Bella
Innocent.
running around causing havoc.
Precious. Is it up properly now?
Yeah, it's up.
Yes.
What's up?
Did it.
I'm gonna go do a community post and share it. I'll be back.
Oh, fair.
But no.
Well,
Sage,
that is
I
what
say,
it is.
but say thank you for the invite, and I say I wish I could be more, you know what I'm saying, helpful and more interactive today. But right now, I gotta go make a run, and I'm in on Chainsaw Man, so I will catch y'all. Virgo, you still trash. My man's though. Valen, congrats on the newborn, and congrats on everything, Valen. And who else is in here? Hey, y'all keep it breezy. Stay groovy.
Later, dude.
Bless you, dude. Oh, well, okay. Well, after all of that, let us introduce ourselves. We kind of skipped that a bit because, like, okay, so the first one didn't work, as you might have guessed. And I lost my phone. I should have found my phone in the interim. Oh my god. But that's fine.
I'm Dritz. Hi.
All right, let's do it.
Sage ruined my original introduction.
I actually did, and it was good. I'm so sorry.
Forgiven.
I'm Prototype Virgo. I'm ghetto. Y'all have a good day.
and this is your captain speaking. Glad to be here.
I'm Nate Savage, a community scrub, and an avid Dritz fanboy.
You know, I had to bring my peoples in. Shout out to Nate, meme extraordinaire.
Hey, YouTube. Joy Boy here.
Imagine.
We're here today to talk about One Piece. Now listen, eggs.
Eggs, oh my god. But, like,
Yeah,
can I
threw
just
the
say
egg
good
in there.
eggs?
That was dope.
Good eggs all around. Okay, so we did have a first question, don't worry. And the first question is, how strong do you think Yamato is? And I'll just say my thoughts again, but quicker, which was, I think that if he's in between a Calamity and a... What did I say? Oh yeah, a freaking headliner that's the Flying Six.
Toby
Those
Ropo.
ones, Toby Ropo. I'll get there eventually. So yeah, if it was me, I wouldn't have him like in between them. I'd have him at least Calamity or higher. I feel like they need someone to help them. Like a lot of I was thinking actually, I've made it longer now. Oh no, but I was thinking actually about the films because like I feel like Kaido could be like more like those kind of fights, because those kind of fights are these level people that Luffy takes on. So I don't know, man. So I feel like we could have like a really strong ally.
All right, copy paste Virgo.
Copy and paste. Man, yeah, I was saying I think he's probably like around the flying 6 level. Probably if anything, he's probably like who's who, Drake and all of them. They're probably like around the same level. You know, Ulti and then probably below that, and Yamato just like, let me crack her real quick and get up out of here. He did catch her off guard, so you can't really know exactly how strong someone is when they sneak someone. But at the same time, I do think he's a very formidable character. Obviously, like they said, Black Maria herself said it's gonna be a bitch to get him. So I think he's gonna be dope. As far as ally, I don't know. I think he might have his own agenda. I don't know, just me.
Ooh, interesting. I feel
Valen,
like
copy paste.
yeah, Valen.
I think he's gonna end up being probably around Calamity level, but just not like a functioning part of the crew, is in the sense of, how they have the hierarchy of like, if you beat this person, you get a promotion, and then you beat this person. You know what I mean? Like what is it? A meritocracy. Sorry. And
Love
I
that
don't
word.
think what.
I said I love that word.
Oh, yeah. But I don't think Yamato like actively participates in that, which sets him aside. Also, he's Kaido's son. So I think there's a little bit of like, he's probably as strong as them. He just doesn't function under the same way around Kaido, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, I don't think he functions around Kaido at all. The feeling that I get is from Kaido's what was I thinking? His comment on Momo when he says, "Oh, you're weak, you're nothing." I feel like that stems from Yamato having similar kind of childhoods to Big Mom, similar childhoods to Odin. Like, we've got a few characters that seem to have these like feats in their childhoods, and I think that's gonna be something that Yamato has in his potential past. Oh, is that Snickers?
Yeah.
That's definitely Snickers.
I think
Yeah.
the problem with Yamato is there's so many different directions. Like, one of the first things I said before this was ever like confirmed that even Kaido had a kid, or long ago, when Big Mom first showed up, maybe even a little before, but that it was Big Mom's son, Big Mom and Kaido. The thing that he owed Big Mom for is that he was able to keep a kid. You know what I mean? And I think that's actually in one of my reviews. I might have to go back and check. But I remember being very like, oh my God, that's it. And then every other chapter, my idea changed to something completely different, because that's how ideas work with new information.
And yes, I agree. You can never just stay stagnant, because you're going to constantly get new information every chapter.
Yeah. So, and you want to use the information from every chapter to kind of fill in whatever mental gaps you have. And it's, yeah, like I said, 57,026 different ideas for this month.
I feel like it's very likely. No, you talk. I don't matter.
No, you do. Sure. Speak.
No.
Are you, man? I talk a lot as it is.
Okay, good. I think Yamato is definitely commander level. Like, the Straw Hat Alliance is going up against 2 Yonkos. So we have we don't have enough people that are strong enough to beat as many commanders and Yonko that are on the opposite side. So I think it's necessary for Yamato to be of a high level, or at least strong enough to fight maybe Smoothie or something.
Yeah, I mean, I want him at least that level myself. Yeah, at least.
Yeah. Like, super capable.
But I was saying before, I think his strength isn't necessarily going to lie in his strength, which I think we can all agree is going to be, upper echelon. But I think it's going to be his relevance to the story and the part he plays in the plot that make him like more powerful. If that makes sense.
And the knowledge he has of the Beast Pirates.
And Odin, clearly, as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, there's no way that Oda gave us those references to Odin without him having some understanding. Like,
probably was inspired by him, for all we know.
And that's kind of one of the things I've been seeing a lot. And nobody can argue that this man's got the getup. He's got the chains. He's got the black and white little belt tie in the back. You know, he's rocking the Odin, 20 years ago look. He's got that throwback. So it really could be a copycat, or an inspirational thing.
I think
This is the man that cut my dad. Woo! Because obviously he did not like his dad. You know what I mean? So who knows?
Yeah, he's super rebellious from what it seems like, and they're always talking about how they were having family issues. So I'm just gonna assume like, I hate you, Dad. He's like, chain his bitch ass up.
Well, I think that for me, the reason Yamato is like the way he was introduced with the references to Odin, I think is part of the reason why Momonosuke has been giving references to Kaido. Like Momonosuke's dragon form kind of makes me think that he's got now connections forever with like the fate of Kaido and all of these things, because no matter what you say, like the gist of it is Kaido's been captured many times. We know that Vegapunk is sometimes experimenting with fruits and stuff. We know that he understands
Squad.
I love that Squad is coming through. Like
Hello.
JD Madison, welcome. Sorry,
JD
I was
and
in
Mad
the middle of
Town.
my rant. I will.
What a whole squad.
Oh my
You
god,
know what's gonna
Bob.
be here.
Aren't you supposed to be working, Jay?
Oh, I called off. You kidding me?
Did you actually go off?
He don't,
Yeah,
Liverpool won. He don't give a fuck about his job.
do you really think I'm gonna be here, bro? Stop it. I'm drunk as fuck.
And he's
Fuck
wearing
that.
Liverpool.
Whoa, damn! You a Liverpool fan?
That's
You
my
the
nigga.
man.
Of course, my nigga. What you mean? Let's go.
Oh, you the man, bro.
That's my nigga
30
Kyrie.
years. 30 years. Is that valid? Ah, valid. Look at the baby. Oh, I gotta see the baby. Valid. Let me see the baby. Let me see the baby. Oh, look at the little man. Oh my god.
Okay,
That's
but
awesome.
like my friends pulled up and I'm so happy right now. I'm just
This is hella wholesome.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Sorry
this
if I
is
made anybody's ovaries glow. That's-
No, I just like anyone that messages me knows like I'm the most like just like I love my friend.
For
I
sure.
can't help
I
it.
love
Like
She does love her family very much.
I keep saying to you guys about
Okay,
like
man, I didn't see you.
What up,
my
Mad
real-life
Town? You
friends
going
and-
100% today?
I'm about 85% today.
Just
So,
about.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Yeah, I'll take that. That's a pass. That's
yeah.
a high pass.
See, he's get degrees. I'll take it.
Big facts. Let them know.
Or at least it was a high pass
Oh, but it
when
was-
I was in education, but that was
So
university.
it's like the legend. What does the legend think of Yamato, and could he be the lurking legend?
Let's talk Kanye West.
Yamato, I don't think he's the lurking legend, but I'm very interested to see if he's capable of actually scarring Kaido, if he has the same abilities as Kaido. I'm wondering if he has the ability or the secret to how to beat Kaido, because that could be interesting.
If there's a Thunder
So-
Bagua class, I might change my underwear.
That's what I'm saying. Like, imagine a double Thunder Bagua. Like,
That'd be fucking
Because-
lit.
because if the Thunder Bagua is as strong as we think it is, then he could have one-shot ultied. If he one-shot ultied, then I'm thinking like
Who else
this
can he
man
one
is like. That's what I'm saying. Like, what else can he do? Because right now that's ridiculous. So you just never know.
No, that's a good point.
I have a
That's
feeling.
kind of the thing. Ooh, yeah. All right, that's kind of the thing about him now is there's
Oh,
so
no,
much
they're drinking.
potential for Yamato to be everything.
I know.
Do you think, now here's a question I've been meaning to ask. Do you think that the two people we've seen wear masks are connected?
Yes.
I.e., outside of
I think
Sekiro.
there's a connection in between the services
but they're
at
not-
least.
You mean like Kikunojo?
Yeah, Okiku and
Oh, Yamato's
Yamato.
Yamato and
Hanya
Kikunojo?
masks.
Yeah.
Very possible.
You know what I mean? They have very similar masks. They had they're both demon representatives.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So I think
I heard
question.
a very interesting theory that, because I believe we're missing one scabbard, right? Or
Yeah.
do we have them?
And
We
we
have
have
them.
now
Yeah, we got 'em
Ichiro's
all.
on his way.
We got them all. Okay, somebody was talking about Yamato
We don't
being the
have
last piece.
Nekomamushi. We don't have Nekomamushi.
Okay. They
Well-
were talking about
No, we know who they are.
the replacement the replacement to lead the scabbards instead of Odin was going to be Yamato. They said.
Oh, to take back, to have a leader in Wano takes back Wano. I see what you're saying.
Yep,
I think it almost depends on what his bloodline is.
it does.
Yeah.
Ooh, nigga.
They can hear you, by the way.
Don't spoil the whole damn shit, nigga. I ain't even caught up.
Yo, who is
I'm
talking?
sorry.
That's Virgo's friend.
I was about to say, like, yo, who's man's?
I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I'm a big One Piece fanboy, so like,
Oh, nice.
it's kind of real. And you know, and Guy Zoro, we trust.
And God Zoro, we trust. I'm not gonna crash this card.
No, no, no,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
crash the fuck out this card.
All right, but I'm not a Sanji like hater or anything like that. So
I am.
damn.
He said, "I am."
Yeah, look.
We're gonna fight it.
I just watched Jay's face as you said that.
Yeah, Jay's whole expression
He
changed.
was so happy about Liverpool, but he was just.
He's like, "Oh, Zoro, huh? We don't like this one."
No, not him. Mm-mm.
Yeah, Sanji
No,
person.
sir.
He is.
God damn it.
Listen,
It's
bro.
not that like I hate him. It's just one of those things. Like he gets all this.
That's what I'm saying. I don't hate Zoro. That's it. Like Zoro can vibe.
That's
bro.
cap.
I really don't hate Zoro. I really don't though.
That's fine.
Yeah.
Oh, look, it's Kako. My Kako.
Well, there's Sierra. There's a lot of estrogen in here today.
Good.
Hey.
I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying.
It's just like
I'm not saying that's a bad thing.
phenomenal.
'Cause we here, you know.
In pollution.
We got blacks, we got whites, we got English blacks,
Puerto Ricans.
we got English whites.
I mean,
Wait, Sierra,
are you
what
Puerto
can I
Rican?
say?
Let's
I've made
go.
friends all over
Yeah,
the world.
see, out here.
It's amazing.
Now we just need
Sierra, are you
Mr.
Puerto Rican?
Come over so we can have every
I'm
race.
not Puerto Rican.
Since the day I was born.
Wait. So are you just mixed, like
I'm
black and
just
white, or are you
mixed.
like? Oh, okay.
Hey,
I'm
cabrón.
basic mix, black and white.
No,
I could have
okay,
sworn you had
but
Latina in you. What's up?
I had
Vamos,
I
One
had
Piece.
someone in PDA be like, "I'm convinced
Dale.
Sage got a little Latina in her." I'm like, "What the fuck is your problem?"
I mean,
and like,
people be
I
doing
wish
that.
was like the first kind of but people do be doing that to me, and it'd be like, "Why are you doing that?"
I'm black and German.
Me too.
I'm actually.
They call me German
Irish.
chocolate, man. German chocolate in this bitch.
Oh,
I'm
my
black, but no one allows me to say anything because I'm light skinned. I feel
Man keeps
depressed.
lying to himself. That's crazy.
God damn it.
Dude, I'm black.
That pun! That fucking pun. It had to be
Jesus
done.
Christ.
Listen,
Had to be done.
I don't know what it's like to be sober right now. That's all I'm letting you guys know.
Those man.
No, you're still drunk.
I wish
I
I could
remember
drink.
that
Man,
life.
John, I'm very-
But he
You said
earned
I'm
it.
still drunk.
Turned the shit out of
I
that.
deserve this alcoholism right now. You can't tell me anything.
100%.
No, you guys don't
100%.
understand. When Leicester won the cup, when I lived there were people drinking in the street for days.
For days.
Like,
We'll-
for
we'll be there
days.
soon.
So I'm not gonna be sober at all today. Yesterday was a shit show.
I once went an entire night not eating, not drinking, just anything but straight vodka.
Oh,
Straight
Jesus.
There it is.
Oh,
What is
my
your obsession with
God.
vodka, Madison?
It's the only thing I like. I don't like
Bullshit.
tequila. I don't like rum. I don't like wine. I don't like beer. I love vodka.
As you should.
I love
Do
it.
what you gotta do.
Just
I like
there.
vodka mixed with shit, not just plain.
No whiskey,
Yeah, see,
no bourbon.
vodka and pineapple, really good. Pineapple juice, really, really
Malibu
good.
rum and pineapple juice.
Vodka makes me a terrible person.
Mm.
Yeah, it does.
Don't agree with
I love
that.
rum
though.
and pineapple.
So-
but spiced rum and pineapple juice is.
Vodka made me want to run around slapping squirrels. I can't do vodka.
Slapping squirrels. Nah, so for me, it's like if I drink tequila, I'm a different creature. Like, don't let me drink tequila. That's all I keep telling
I
you.
agree,
Yeah,
bro.
okay,
That one
and
time you was
whiskey.
posting booty pics in the group chat, I was like, whoa.
I'm either like Don Juan or I'm just an emotional asshole. Like there's only two modes for me. Like when I drink tequila, like that's it.
Or you emotionally eat
That's
asshole.
exactly what tequila's supposed to do. Just so
I think
everybody
so.
knows.
Yes, it is.
The one
just
time I
turned
had
into an animal.
tequila, I don't remember that entire 5 hours.
Well, there
That's
it
what
is.
it does. That's
There
what
it
tequila be
is.
doing to people.
Then I
I
found
used
it.
to
Found
always
it
order
because-
tequila Sprites.
I'd say the benefit is my tequila stories are normally one of the best stories. just
Does it end in you getting
aggressive.
pegged?
No.
Okay.
The answer is no. I just want you to know that.
No.
No, sir. Don't let Virgo
Absolutely not.
influence
Nigga,
you.
make your
Virgo's a
bed.
criminal. Yo, shut up. Do you think I'm gonna make my bed like high key? I don't even have pants on. I'm just in my underwear. So for real, I'm just vibing. I'm vibing today.
What's wrong with you, Jay?
No, girl had said that.
Vibing.
Virgo.
You got a vibe.
That's quite
30
Lewis,
years.
Virgo. I mean,
Virgo,
Jay.
30 years. All right. We haven't won a title in 30 years. At this point, I'm doing whatever I want. I woke up at 11 o'clock today, and I was late for work, and then I signed into work and told them I'm not working today, and I just came off. Like, I'm just out of control today.
Crazy.
Just having a bender.
I'm
Yeah.
literally having a bender right now as we speak. I'm off.
I just went to the gas station and bought like 4 of those honey bun things and just went home and cried and ate them all.
Nah, you should have just screamed Liverpool into the phone. And then hung up.
And then hung up.
And then hung up, and they were like, "Oh, he's not coming in. I get it. Okay."
Yeah, he's not. Yeah, he's not coming in. He's done. He's finished. Yo.
Literally
They're
wear
probably
your
gonna be like,
Liverpool
yeah.
top in the next day.
Literally, I'm just like, all right, well.
Well, this was
Yeah, when I
what?
first saw you go nuts on that, I was like, "Is this a Yankees thing or a Cubs thing? Like, is this
Oh,
like a
no.
team that wins or a team that
It's-
never wins?" And then
it's
I saw
definitely
your
a
whole
Cubs
thing
thing.
about just eating shit. Literally, it has to be your whole life. Like, you're not that. You're not 30 yet, right?
You're not even 30 years old.
No, I'm 20. I'm
Yeah,
27.
exactly.
Imagine that.
Like, you never won anything in your lifetime. And
In
you
my
finally
entire
get to
life.
have this.
Dog was like, I was rooting for him when I was an embryo.
That's fucking amazing.
That was an embryo.
I personally, I would be incorrigible. You couldn't even talk to me. I'd be like, sorry,
I
you
was
said
about to
something
say,
about Liverpool? What?
Yeah, I'm unbearable. I'm an unbearable creature today. Like,
Yes, you are.
So I've got
And
another.
Dre,
Oops, sorry.
what's up?
Sage
No,
speaking.
Sage, this is your dream. By all means,
Oh
please.
yeah.
Yeah, tell him to shut
Oh,
up.
You.
Whoa.
I'm sorry. I'm so baked.
I don't know what's happening.
No wonder you couldn't get OBS to work.
Don't let that find that so funny.
What do you want to talk about, Sage? What's up?
I
What
was
the
just
fuck
gonna
is
say,
happening?
what do you feel about Big Mum getting kicked around the pretty much whole new world? Like, because if he did say, I'm gonna beat your ass around the new world, what do you think if she escapes Wano because of the whole Perospero informing her what's happened to her kids? Like, etc., etc., like...
I literally heard Big Mom and something.
I mean, he has been pseudo kicking her ass.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So my issue with
Big Mom.
I mean, yeah, in all honesty,
part
he's
of
been
your world.
pseudo
and I
kicking her ass all around the world.
Another
What did you say,
Big Mom
Madison?
would
I
give
didn't
me
He
hear
cancer.
technically got the best of her at Fishman Island. He technically got the best of her and Whole Cake. He's probably gonna get the best of her here.
He has a plethora.
He's been
of
pseudo kicking her
friends
ass.
and people.
yeah, I feel that.
Sorry, what was that, Nate?
Don't steal my word now.
Yeah. Madison, you about to say something?
Nate?
It's fine.
I
Ignore
didn't-
me.
Oh, Madison, sorry. Like,
No. I'm trying to hear what you got to say. What's up?
Yeah.
Yo,
I invited you
Speak,
for a
nigga.
reason. Oh, I only do that normally when
Wait, me?
Yes, ma'am.
using your voice. Speak.
So,
Me too.
I don't know what's happening.
I'm just waiting for Madison because she was about to say something. Yeah. You about to say something about Big Mom or something like that?
No, ignore me. Ignore that. Well,
I
I
wanna
heard,
ignore you.
I heard Big Mom and then part of your work, and then that was a weird thing. I just said ignore me.
Oh, okay. Well, that's
Ignore
Virgo.
me.
Virgo,
No.
Virgo just likes to be a nigga because he doesn't know how to stop.
Yeah, he's the embodiment of ignorance.
Literally the embodiment.
Excuse me, I am
Yeah.
a young black man.
That's cap. So if we're talking about Big Mom,
What?
I think this arc we're actually going to see Big Mom flex for once. Just because it seems like Oda is ready to actually take Big Mom seriously when she started implanting homies and inanimate objects and all kinds of things like that. Hopefully we get a nice little cameo from Big Mom. I think she's going to body somebody in the performance hall, and it's going to be a nice big show. But I
gonna be
also think
Mouse Man.
Perospero is going to turn Big Mom against Kaido, and we're going to have little Yako clash and then the whole ordeal. So,
I'd rather that Big Mom loses now, because I really, really don't want to experience another arc with her. Like, how is she
Hey,
gonna
man.
drag
hate her
down
so much.
three different arcs?
I love Big Man.
Do you actually?
That's what you tell yourself to keep yourself happy reading One Piece.
Yeah,
Well,
Big Mom.
I'm fine. See, once I realized that Big Mom was never meant to be taken as seriously as we thought she should be, then I think I just accepted it, and I was like, I'm okay.
Well, I mean, life is hard.
I didn't know
sometimes,
she was
man.
meant to be that. She's a goddamn Yonko.
I actually like Big Mom too, and I have hopes that I feel like what Jay just said. Like, I hope she's about to do something of worth finally, like something beneficial to her crew, to her name. I have hopes for it. I want to see it. I want to see Big Mom do something good because I don't like.
I want
how
her to
she's been
die every
made
chapter.
Big meme. Every chapter, damn.
Agreed.
Every single chapter she's a part of. I want her dead.
Because she's a powerful pirate and she's a woman. I just want to like see her be competent. She's been so crazy and I like
Well,
that,
see,
but she's been
I
incompetent.
think it tells a nice picture
had
of how
OT.
Oda feels about
Well,
women.
Sierra, your mistake is believing that Oda actually wants to give women any sort of good moments in general.
We
That's
have
your
one
mistake.
Yeah,
strong
right,
woman,
choose
your words, Jay.
women.
That was about it.
We got
Okay, well,
three
think
strong
about it.
women in One Piece.
What-
right? We have
what is
Big
your
Mom,
word?
Smoothie, and
I'm being
Boa.
honest though. Let's know because it's not
Right.
about choosing my words. It's
And
about
Big
being
Mom-
honest, Virgo. What woman in
Vivi
One
had
Piece
a good
has
moment.
actually had a good moment?
I feel that.
Who?
I feel that.
Vivi.
I feel that.
Vivi had a
It's
good moment, yes.
pre-time
In the
skips. It's
but that's
pre-time
pre-time
Oh.
Always
skip.
3 times skip.
Post time skip.
Okay, post
Luffy
time
also
skip.
busted in her shit.
I would
One
say
woman has-
Rebecca because she's the counterpart to Vivi post time skip. She
Oh,
got
Rebecca.
family back.
Life
Oh,
got her
no.
kingdom back.
No,
If I would have seen
Valid.
no.
no,
Not
Rebecca
Rebecca.
can ew. She stinks. Ooh, sewer water.
Rebecca, a lot of people did not like Rebecca Dressrosa at all.
Fuck Rebecca.
I remember when she
Everybody
first
did.
came. I was like,
Fuck
oh yeah,
Rebecca.
she's gonna join
She
the
got
crew.
everything she wanted back. It's a good
I'm
moment.
saying for the people in the back.
Yo, Dritz is rubbing his hands together like Birdman. He's like, yeah, I like this.
Oh boy.
They disrespected
Listen!
Rebecca. Everything. Like, come on, bro. And the anime made it even worse. Like
She disrespected herself.
My
I literally
Like guys, listen, there's 3 strong women in One Piece, right? Big Mom, Smoothie, and Boa. Big Mom and Smoothie, incompetent. Boa's whole story is about her loving Luffy. I think it tells a clear image.
forgot
of how
Ivankov.
Luffy is.
I wouldn't even put Smoothie up there.
He ain't no bitch.
Smoothie
Yeah, I was about to
shit.
say, yeah.
Master
Don't put
Smoothie-
Smoothie in there.
Smoothie's useless.
Yeah.
Just no.
All she can do is make smoothies.
Gotta
Smoothie
love
is a
both of
really
them.
good
I love
example.
All she can
If
do
you
is make
overlook-
smoothies and be lesbian.
So she can
Wait, what?
She's
She
lesbian.
did say she hates men.
When was she confirmed lesbian?
Bro, she
What?
literally gets that smile on her face whenever she touches women.
and that's important. Why?
I'm saying that's the only thing she
She drank
does.
she drank a woman.
I didn't know that. I thought that was. I didn't know that he was alluding to that. I thought she was just gonna drink the person.
I don't know. I mean, it's not
Yeah.
confirmed, but
Every
I said
woman
that's
she's
what
touched, she's drank, right?
Yeah,
Every
I
man.
think it's pretty clear.
Well, I mean, you
Well-
have to go back and look at the introduction for Smoothie, and then
No, I actually looked at that yesterday. So no.
okay.
Yep.
So does that say like under her title is like sweet second sweet commander lesbian?
That's
She has
probably her
a bounty
epithet.
just because of her title. She's never achieved anything. Her bounty's just her
Is
title.
there? I'm actually curious. Is there? Do you think there's a lesbian character in One Piece?
If
There's
there is,
probably
it
a
could
lot.
be Nami.
Mathematically, I have to say yes.
The reason I say it
You
is
just
because of
played
that
you.
Yeah,
SBS.
Nami gets more still.
Have you seen that SBS where it says like the Straw Hats like 3 words in their brain of what they think about all the time or whatever, and one of Nami's words is girls, or something.
Maybe she's thinking about herself. Maybe she's just egotistical.
Who refers to
No.
them? Even if you're egotistical, it's you refer to yourself by name, like the third person. Like Nami is so great. Nami is this. You know what I mean? It's not. Well, the girls think this and the girls think that. So
What? So you think
right?
that Nami and Robin are having fun during the night whilst everyone's asleep?
Who said
I mean, we
Robin?
didn't say all that.
I've been to that
Who said all that?
website.
Robin's making.
I don't
hands
know.
and using them for
Okay,
the
to be
right-
honest, I think Ennis Lobby is to let you know Robin is probably heterosexual. After she grabbed Frankie's balls for that long, bro. Come on.
Would you grab Frankie's nuts?
I think Robin, if anybody, is pansexual because she's had to be whatever she's needed to be to survive,
Maybe.
and that changes a
She
person.
don't really need nobody else. She got her hands.
Yeah.
She really don't need nobody. She got her hands. She's good.
She can also make tongues and eyes and a lot of stuff.
And
So
that
Like,
website,
she can literally make herself
Yeah,
speak, read poneglyphs, do that shit, boy.
she can literally make another version of herself. So
that's true.
I think it's pretty solid.
She could be asexual.
There it is.
Matter. That's fair.
Asexual. All right.
Just no,
Like a worm?
Well, no. Uninterested in sex does not mean like a worm. Like it's not something that registers that they care about. She's more academically based. She goes more for the poneglyphs and things like that. She
I
doesn't
don't
care
know, man.
about
There was a cover page she was looking at
sex
Frankie
and
different. Bro.
relationships.
She's like, ooh, 1,000 years of history. I'm so wet.
So, okay, so the last, so actually,
What
the
about the chapter
I think
with the Jim B and Frankie interaction?
I was about to say I don't want to ruin that.
that's
for people,
that's
but-
that's what I wanted to mention, right? So it looked like Robin and Frankie kind of had like some underlying, romantic tones there. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, for sure.
I was like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about Robin and Frankie. I think that would upset me a little bit.
I mean, I consider that to be canon at this point.
I don't think it's gonna work out for them. I mean, aside
Super!
super dick.
She did grab his balls like the first time they pretty much met, right?
Jesus.
Yeah,
Like
aggressively.
And as Jay mentioned earlier, she held onto his balls for a little too long for it to be.
I was about to
just
say
somebody.
for quite
A
some
little
time.
too many manga panels.
Yeah.
No.
Let that nigga know.
Let that nigga know. That shit kills me. Let that nigga
Yo,
know.
Jay, remember when you ripped Virgo to pieces in FIFA? And then he covered it up?
Hey man, you ain't gotta bully
Wait,
my
what?
man. He's trying to vibe.
I
You talking about
4-0.
Oh no. I played chess the other day, right? Because you were talking about games. That's a game. And I actually won, and I was so happy because I haven't played chess in like 10 years. So I was like, damn. Mastermind.
Thank you, game.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. You've just got to look at the board, see where they're going to go, and then block them.
Oh, so that's like playing as a blocker. Yeah.
Well, it's not as simple as that.
Well, I managed
It's
to get
not,
him
but
down
it's
to
like-
2 pieces, and I had like 8 on the board still. So, like, say what you will.
Say what you will. But
Fair enough.
But say.
MZ Pro in chess.
But then, to be fair, my dad's like quite like up there. So like when I used to like practice growing up, obviously it'd be with my dad. So.
Sage is that younger level?
Oh yeah, to be fair, my dad is like what, 20 stone, 6 foot, like. So. I wouldn't
Yeah.
fuck
Taught
with
me
my
how to
dad.
be so arrows,
I
I
tried
guess.
once. I punched him in the tummy,
I'll
and he
square up with
laughed at me. It was
Oh,
quite
that's gotta
embarrassing.
hurt.
Yeah, I was quite sad. Me and
My
my
dad's
dad
had
used to-
brain taken out. I mean,
Damn.
My dad's still getting milk.
excuse me?
God damn it, Bagger.
This is why we can't have nice things, Virgo.
yes.
Did I tell you guys about the scatty thing that happened to me because I keep meeting people?
The what?
The scatty thing that happened to me, not as in weird, like as
You gotta
in like.
Okay.
give me the
Jesus.
definition of scat.
Okay, so you know how some things
God.
are like scatterbrain? Imagine like scatterbrain but reality. Scatty.
Oh, okay.
Man, British people have some weird ass language. Anyway, continue.
Yeah, so like I met this dude and he was like, "Oh, I'm from South Africa." I was like, "Cool." We got talking. His dad was murdered, and I was like, "Whoa." And so I met another
sorry,
dude like 2 days later, and he was from South Africa, and he was like, "Yeah, my dad was murdered," and I was like, "What the fuck?"
No!
Like, and both of them were like, "No, you should go to South Africa sometime. It's great." And I'm like, "Your dads were both murdered. Like, I don't think I ever want to go there." And my dad went to South Africa for the World
Lord.
Cup as well, because that's why I've watched.
Was that like a fucking icebreaker?
Yeah, like
Like,
it was
what?
quite soon into talking.
Yeah,
to
would you want Jack and Coke? Oh yeah, babe. What's your sign? Oh, by the way, my dad got murdered. Huh?
No, but like I don't
Man, I
think
got
you
murdered too.
understand. Like people talk to me like when it's like one-on-one and I'm just rambling at them, they feel safe.
2 days
I
in a
don't know
row, girl. That's
why, but they
intense.
feel safe. Like I just comfort people.
We get it. Yes.
But One Piece, would you?
Holy
Yeah, back
black.
to One Piece.
Oh,
Let's not talk
Jesus.
about dead bodies.
Are there any
Oh, this
questions
one's
in the chat? Because I can't see the chat because I can't see my phone and I can't change this.
Okay.
There's a guy who asked big stone or small stone.
Big stone or small stone? What?
Yes, because you
Is it kind of
said
like
20
four score
stones.
years ago? Is that kind of like that?
As an American, I can say how many pounds to a stone,
Oh,
and like, yeah.
well, I'm proud because I don't know how many pounds are to a stone. If I'm
Well,
a stone,
I
I'd
don't-
definitely be a big stone. I'd be more like a boulder.
Okay,
Yeah.
sounds nice.
All right. What part will Yamato play in the war? That's another question.
Oh, okay.
He's going to fall onto the sword and die.
What
I just
I-
really don't know.
oh
I
my
really
God,
do think he's
using that
got
massive
something
sword
of his own
to hit
volition that he
you.
wants to do.
Sorry, Virgo, go. What were you gonna say?
I just really think he has something of his own volition that Luffy's there to help him with.
Mm,
Whatever he really wants, Luffy's gonna help him with, and I think he's gonna be like, all right, I'm out of here.
maybe. I think it's interesting, isn't it? Because Oda decided to say, "Oh, he bears no ill will." Like Yamato didn't actually like necessarily state his business very quickly. Like he kind of came in, smashed ulti, and then just ran away. So it was kind of like,
Yeah, and
oh,
he said,
what
I've
the
been waiting
fuck,
for you.
you know? Yeah.
Yeah,
so,
and that's the ambiguous as fuck part. The I've been waiting for you. That's what's got
For
me
what? I've been waiting to
personally-
help you. Or I've been waiting to do my own shit, and you can help me with this. Like what's going on?
Dude,
Or I
Yamato
will
just
step
wants to do
past
some
into the
Thunderbolt
future
rock
and told
practice
specifically to wait for you.
on Luffy.
Like, there's a lot of weird shit that it could be. Once they once they introduced that time fruit, everything became full fucking dimensional.
Yeah, true.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't know if I
Thank you.
want the time to come back because it can really fuck a lot of shit up.
Oh yeah, but it's there and it's fucking shit up. At least, you know what I mean? Like, at least in my head.
It
Remember back in the day when we used to think that
it
Shanks had
doesn't
the
make the
actually
story so
fuck
south.
up too much because it's
Luffy in the
going
past, I don't
forward.
know, man.
Yeah, I was saying that earlier. Like, what if Yamato has Toki's fruit, sends Luffy back in the past to correct the mistake of Kaido and Orochi even teaming up, and shit goes crazy? And what if the whole clan was wiped out because of Luffy? We don't know what happened.
What the
There's a
hell?
whole crazy shit it could be. There's so many unanswered questions and directions, and I smoke a lot of weed and got some time when I'm just,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, you just
We're gonna
think
have an
about-
Edo Tensei. We're gonna have an Edo Tensei type situation. Luffy's gonna go back and meet Ace.
I would that would make me slap a squirrel.
I don't think we're going
Okay,
back.
why
I
is
think Toki's
Father
fruit only
confirmed.
goes forwards. And the reason I'm at least hoping for that, and I know you shouldn't really bring real world into One Piece, but logically speaking, in a story like One Piece, the universe, how we understand it, wouldn't make going backwards in time possible by our dimensional presence. However, going forward is something you might be able to do, like catapulting forward. It's just a question of like physics and shit, isn't it? But like, I'm hoping Oda knows that. It's unlikely, but I'd like it because like I don't want too much universe bending.
Yeah,
not
as
in my
much as I
piece.
said it, I definitely don't want the time fruit to be involved. Like, it's just a crazy idea.
And I would hate if Luffy had to be zoomed into the future to like do, or like the Straw Hats had to be like zoomed into the future. Like, no, I just want that to be dead. I want that to just be a device so that Odin could meet Toki, so that Odin could understand enough about Raftel, Laughtail to, you know, translate to this plot now.
Hurricane Luffy going back to
I
Marineford.
feel that.
Oh jeez.
Jeez.
I have a question.
Mhm.
Did it Toki's fruit, the awakening of it, the ability to go backward in time?
Probably.
Very
I could,
possible.
yeah. I mean, nobody can say yes, but you know what I mean? It's one of those questions like that makes fucking perfect sense, but sometimes things don't make sense. You know what I mean?
The problem
Like-
I'd
Yeah,
have
sometimes
with
they
that,
make dollars.
the problem
Like-
I'd have with that is the jacket fruit. How does that awaken? Like, I'm not
God.
sure all paramecia can awaken, and I think that
You can wear
personally
20
because
jackets.
of Doflamingo's
Oh, I bet he could hold
speech.
more people in his jacket and gain their strength.
You're gonna
I
wear
mean,
Kaido, Big Mom, Shanks, and
maybe.
Blackbeard at once.
But
Oh, God.
like, that'd be funny though. But like,
That's a win.
maybe like, you know, when Doflamingo says something like some people are capable of awakening their fruits. What if it's meant to be like, you know, not all fruits do awaken. Like,
Oh,
especially
so awakening
for
the fruit
paramecia.
specific thing.
Yeah, it might
Yeah,
be
there's a lot
something
of
like some
Oh,
fruits are capable of
alright.
it. Like, you know how there's
There's a lot
special
of OP fruits.
paramecia. Like, what if that is a special paramecia? Like, what if that's what that concept is? I don't know. I don't know enough about devil fruits yet.
Special Paramecia is a weird class because like Katakuri has it, but it's not really out of the realm of Paramecia.
No.
Yeah, because paramecia is broken up into like in what I call like production and assumption. Like either you assume the role like rubber for Luffy, or you produce something like wax for Mr. 3.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? I mean, there's obviously a bunch of shit too. Don't get me wrong, but those are like the main ish categories, and that's just both of them. It's the assuming the role and being able to produce it, which most of them can't do.
I have an interesting little
Speaking
question.
of awake,
I have a little interesting
come on, go. I don't
question.
matter.
Sorry, you do, but like I just thought of something, and if I stop, I'll forget. I stopped
Go
enough,
ahead.
I probably forgot, but no, okay. So, talking of awakening, like, do you feel that Chopper has accessed the frequency to like true awakening, but like Vegapunks aren't quite a true awakening for like the monster point and stuff like that? Because it seems to me that you would have to maybe chemically engineer the frequency of the zone to make them awaken. Like I'm saying, with some paramecia they won't awaken. Like maybe zones as a class like wouldn't technically normally awaken, and that's why Vegapunk was experimenting with it. Thoughts? Hello?
No, you got to say something like that and then give people time to think.
Sorry.
All right. You made everybody go. Well,
you guys hear me
give me a
okay?
minute.
Yeah.
See, it's One Piece. You know, you think sometimes and then bang.
I do know. I feel that, and I've said this before, that Chopper's done more with Devil Fruit at the age of what 14, 15 than Vegapunk's done in his 600, well, however fucking old he is.
Yeah.
Like just by being able to facilitate even a pseudo awakening, you know what I mean, in his monster point form. I feel like that's a huge deal that gets overlooked, and if that's expanded upon, I think it could lead to some really fun places.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo, Chopper isn't as young as I thought he was. Right now, he's as old as Luffy was when he became a pirate.
Yeah.
Isn't he like 16?
Imagine that.
He's
No,
17,
he's
right
17
now.
now. He was 15 pre-time skip.
Okay.
That's wild.
Sorry, I'm doing this and working on homework, so.
Oh, that's alright. Is there any questions in the chat? Does anyone know?
I'm in there. Oh, one moment.
No one's asking any questions. It's strange.
Huh?
When do you think Luffy's gonna awaken, though?
I think it will be after this arc, to be honest with you.
So, what do you think he would gain in this arc besides Rio in order to fight Kaido? If you think he'll gain anything else?
He'll gain a new, I think he'll gain stabilization to Gear 4. Like,
Yeah.
I think he'll work out a way of being more efficient with his haki. Like, I think we'll have
Oh yeah,
another
plus
Rady flashback.
Rio is like controlling excess hockey, right? You can either just keep it within you or actually use it to hurt the person more.
Yeah.
So that can be very effective for staying in Gear 4 longer. Because now there's not as much hockey spilling out from every place. Because he can now control it.
I think like a new form of like perfect bound man, essentially, like energy efficient in some way, because like even the way it moves isn't efficient, like the bounce, like it's always in motion. It's potential energy that's like just getting stored and stored and stored, but like it then doesn't do the thing.
What about a variation of Tank Man that uses exo hockey? That's what I call it, and I will always call it that, and that's okay. To kind of facilitate, instead of eating, he just kind of uses the exo hockey to create the space around him for defensive purposes and things like that. Kind of an aura, if you will. I didn't think that one through.
I would also think that like Rio can defend against Rio. Being able to make like a sheet of hockey around you to defend against somebody else, like using it to attack you.
I believe that too because of the panel with Roger and Whitebeard with the swords clashing.
Yeah, from like 4 feet away.
Yeah, exactly. So I think
Too much hockey in one area. Couldn't even touch.
Ugh. Mad.
I always wondered if that was like, I like the idea of that being like the exo hockey stuff, but I also like the idea of that being like their Conquerors hockey meeting, just a little bit more in my head. That's the true measure of their will against each other. They can't even touch. They can't even get that close because
true.
You know, the true
Conquerors
and all that jazz. I love it.
Conquerors hockey is like you're releasing hockey outside out of yourself. So maybe Conquerors hockey users are actually better at Rio because they're used to releasing hockey outside of their body.
Yeah, that would be pretty dope.
That'd be pretty cool.
There's so much we don't know yet. It's fun to pontificate.
Yeah, there's so much. Well, I think I'm just gonna ask one more question, because we've been going for almost an hour, and a lot of people are kind of needing to do other things, which is totally understandable. So, my question is there any manga that you're thinking of picking up that's like newer?
Maybe Chainsaw Man.
Oh, please. Because like,
I mean, a lot of the stuff I read is like completed. But I guess one that I want to continue is Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest, I guess.
Sorry, what
Finish
was
that. Fairy Tail 100 Years Quest.
Oh, okay.
I know,
yeah.
cringy. I know.
I
know, cringy, but
it's fine. My friend was watching Sword Art Online, and I shit you not, like it was just the most like Mary Sue moment of the whole fucking episode. It must have been because he was like, he literally turned to me and it was like, I swear when you turn up, it's always the bad bits, and I'm like, so funny. But I got an appreciation for it because like I can't always like invest. Like sometimes I need to be distant from something. I don't know.
yeah, I mean the last manga I read was Kingdom, the Kingdom chapter that came out today.
Oh, Kingdom, man. So like I got to the bit with Uki, and I just that's my boy. That's my boy. The only thing that's keeping me going is Yotamwa. For real.
Yeah, that's how he was with Ace.
Oh, mate.
Yeah.
Fair. I knew
I
Ace
recommend-
was coming, so it wasn't too bad. Oh, recommend what, sorry?
No, I recommend reading all of it. It's pretty great.
Oh, fair. I might do that.
Somebody said that they think that the One Piece is the all blue.
The One Piece
Or that there's a
is
chance
blue.
it is.
Oh, that'd be fucking cool though, actually. Like, if an element of One Piece is the all blue at least. Although
Yeah, because like we all know what like the core of One Piece is, which is probably the ancient history, right? Then there's extra stuff that might come with it, so it is possible.
Yeah, I definitely feel like there's a connection at least between overthrowing the celestial dragons, the kind of reverse mountain being taken down in a way so to allow the all blue, like it would also allow, you know, less segregation of the grand line between the other blues if there was the all blue, and I think that would allow the people to control the seas a bit easier than the government controls the seas, because at the moment obviously how it works out is pirates and government in that bit of the ocean pretty much exclusively. So but yeah, so it's been really good to talk, and I don't know, man, I'm just really grateful people showed up. Like I said earlier, like I wanna just be a little conversation, a little smile, because at the moment there's not much to smile about, but that's alright, because you know, we got each other.
I get
If you need to smile, I can bring my baby back.
Oh, Babu. Cute little Babu. Do you like Babu? Sometimes. Not all the time, actually. Some Babus are a bit much. The ones that, like, you know, laugh nice. That's most Babus, though. But yeah, so it's been Sage, and hopefully I will be able to do this properly